blossom.
Nate McCollum deep to return the kick for Carolina, #1 in the ACC, 7th nationally. It's a high end over end kick, and McCollum will let it hit about 3 yards deep. And here is Jacolby Criswell from Morrilton, Arkansas, who started at Carolina, went to Arkansas, and has come back to Chapel Hill, Tom.
Come back to Chapel Hill for what is now get ready for this, his 5th offensive coordinator in just over 2 years. With all of the movement, Phil Longo goes to Wisconsin, Chip Lindsey comes in here, he decides to leave, and you've got Kendall Briles at Arkansas, and then his buddy Petrino at Arkansas. Now he comes back to Chip Lindsey, and he's just starting to blossom here in the month of November.
Tar Heels off their 25. Criswell to Hampton, a little swing pass. That's 5 and out to the 31 before Branson Combs, who leads Wake in tackles for loss, makes the play. So Hampton makes the catch out of the backfield. So it's not just simply handing him the ball, Tom, but as you said earlier, he's developed this portion of his game as well. Boy, the minute he touches the football, there are white shirts flying everywhere as Hazen makes the tackle.
Brad Lambert, the defensive coordinator at Wake Forest, this was one of the things that worried him because you have to pick your poison. They are inexperienced as we got an injury on the field for Wake Forest.
Yeah, that's Hazen who made the stop. And already you see Omarion Hampton come off the field with the rest of his offensive mates here.
Dylan Hazen, one of the better tacklers at the linebacker spot for Wake Forest. 3 quarterback hurries as well as 61 tackles. What I was saying about Wake Forest on defense is they've got to figure out, do we load the box to stop the run? And if we don't do that, all right, can we handle the run with a 6-man box defensively? That's the challenge for Wake tonight.
So Hazen looks like he's going to be able to make it off under his own power. And there are the FBS ranks for Omarion Hampton as he gets ready for 3rd and 3. Carolina on the year, 6th in the ACC at 43% on 3rd down. Wake has struggled defending this number. Opponents hitting 43% in conference play, 42% through the regular season on the Deacons. Criswell to throw. Now going to throw it to the right side, and that was incomplete. And he was forced off his point by Jasheen Davis. And Carolina going to go 3 and out on the first possession after Criswell threw it away. Flag has been thrown.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Number 12. It's a loss of down foul. At the spot of the foul. 4th down.
I thought we might get the flag there, Tom.
Yep.
And now Tom McGinnis will come on and punt. Now here's something, a game within the game tonight. You see Taylor Morin is going to drop back to take the punt. Carolina is 128 in net punt yards. Morin is one of the best in the country, 6th nationally at 16-2 a return. McGinnis is going to hang a wobbly kick toward him, and Taylor Morin got out of the way, almost ran into it. Wake's going to have pretty good field position, though, at its 41 here. Only a 36-yard punt. And we got great quarterback Stuart Bachmeier, his 46th career start tonight. And Demon Claiborne trying to break free. Will pick up 3 to the 44. Carolina, Jeff Collins, the defensive coordinator, talked about attacking Wake offensively tonight with his front. That's been successful at Virginia and at Florida State 2 weeks ago.
And it was successful for Cal last week against this Wake team.
2nd down, Bachmeier's first throw of the night. There's Morin. The catch shy of the 49 and taken down by Caleb Cost. Nice play by the Atlanta safety Cost.
Yeah, nice little easy confidence throw early for Hank Bachmeier. I like that. Get the ball out of his hand quickly, and Cost makes a terrific tackle in the open field, forcing this upcoming 3rd down.
Deeks at 38% on 3rd down. Carolina defending it at a rate of 33%. Bachmeier to throw, pressure coming, and off the hands of Horatio Fields. So like the Tar Heels, the Deacons are going to trade a 3 and out in their first possession.
Yeah, Hank Bachmeier with a little happy feet right here. Got a little nervous knowing he was going to be late with the football over the middle. Delivers the ball just a bit too high. And we're going to swap punts on the opening stanzas for both offenses here.
Yep, Ivan Mora on. Carolina's got Elijah Huzzy standing at the Tar Heel 10. And Mora flips this over toward Huzzy. A running fair catch shy of the 20 will take us to a timeout. So a series that started 136 years ago at the State Fair in Raleigh is underway tonight in Chapel Hill. Wade Stadium, two teams coming off byes, Virginia Tech and Duke, right here on ACC Network and streaming live on the ESPN app. And there's Omarion Hampton for right at about 6.5 on first down. Tackle made by Aiden Hall. Remember, he came in to spill Dylan Hazen on that first series for Wake.
If Aiden Banfield, the freshman left guard, is able to maintain the tackle on the inside cutoff block, Omarion Hampton might still be running.
Second down. Hampton again, straight ahead, and oh my goodness. Branson Combs might have saved the touchdown there, Tom.
Well, he certainly did, and this time his partner, his right guard, Willie Lampkin, makes the down block on the inside against Aiden Hall, who's filling in for Dylan Hazen, and that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle, Wes.
Ooh. Ball at the 35 on a pair of Hampton runs. Criswell loads, shoots it here for the near side, and incomplete. Trying to get it to Paul Billups. Early entrant into the lineup tonight for Carolina. Tar Heels have been principally, after the injury to Bryson Nesbitt, Jordan Shipp, J.J. Jones, Nate McCollum, Kobe Paysour.
Yep.
Billups has seen spot duty.
Don't forget about John Copenhaver either, the tight end. That's the guy.
Here's a quick toss. Hampton will try the right side this time, and he'll break the 40 before they hit the whistle. So run to the 41 will leave Carolina third down. Evan Slocum, the safety for Wake from Cartersville, Georgia, makes the stop. There's a good look at the senior. Third down. Criswell to throw here. Going to shoot it across the field and beyond the reach of McCollum. Or no, Paysour, 8, not 6 in the Carolina fold. Kelly made the stop defensively for Wake Forest.
And this ball just sails high on Jacolby Criswell because he's falling off back into his left, and he can't transfer his weight to get the ball down for Kobe Paysour. Just about, that's probably a catchable ball. I think the Kobe Paysour would tell you that. Still a bit high just because of the footwork for Criswell, but another punt coming for Carolina.
So off the 41, McGinnis to punt it away. Morin waits around the 11. And Carolina a fake, and there is Copenhaver. John Copenhaver, the up back on the punt unit. Direct snap and a first down. Like he heard Luke's talking about it.
Really nice job here. Copenhaver, who's been a stellar portion of this offense, and that's why you put your best players on special teams. Well executed. Clearly when you're going to run something like that, it's game planned. You've seen it on tape from the opposition. If they give you the look, doesn't matter where you are on the field, you're going with it.
So Copenhaver picks up the first down. Criswell on the offense back on the field. Oh boy, double reverse. Now Criswell to throw, cannot pull the trigger and is taken down by Davis. Jasheen Davis wasn't particularly fooled, it didn't look like, on the reverses, and all of a sudden Criswell was fighting for his life to get back to the line.
So this corner here does a nice job because they want to hit that, and then the back's going to go down the sideline right there, but Wake doesn't bite. Defensively, good discipline. There's nowhere to go with the football. Forces Jacolby Criswell to just tuck it and take a 1-yard loss.
Second down 11. Little delay, and here goes Hampton again. First down and more. Lowers his shoulder and drives inside the Wake 35 to the 34. Nick Anderson, the junior safety, makes the play after a 20-yard run for Omarion Hampton.
Look at the subtle patience of Omarion Hampton, just waiting just that beat, and then boom, turns on the jets. He looks like he's actively seeking people out to hit in the open field. Hampton
again on first down. Inside the 20, tripped up, first and goal, Carolina, around the 7 of Wake Forest. Slocum again got enough of Hampton to get him on the ground after a run of 27, which Tom is going to push him into 90-plus yards on his 7th carry. Carolina quickly to the line on first and goal, and here's Hampton. He'll pick up a couple, maybe 3 there. Combs the stop.
You got to really credit this North Carolina offensive line. It's been mix and match at times throughout the season. As I mentioned, Aiden Banfield, the left guard's a true freshman, but they've finally settled in on a starting 5 that have grown with Jacolby Criswell as he's developed. And then everybody in the stadium knows who's getting the football, and they're still able to get push at the point of attack.
2 tight ends, Copenhagen, Jake Johnson to the left side here on second and goal. Play fake, Criswell in trouble, and he'll be sacked. Dylan Hazen back in the ball game. Records his first sack of the year. Gutty play from Hazen, who was shaken up in the opening series.
Once again, Wake staying at home, doing an outstanding job with their assignments. It's man-to-man defense. They tried to run 2 crossers to give Jacolby Criswell the opportunity to throw it to the back pylon, either to his right or his left. Wake has it covered, and they had it covered with the corners. Wes, we've talked about this all week. That's the area of concern for this defense. Cal exploited it a week ago. Not so much right there for North Carolina.
Tom, after running it down the field, Carolina's now tried to throw it. Let's see what happens here on third and goal. Here's Criswell again from the pocket in trouble. That time just Sheen Davis drops him back toward the 18-yard line. The helmet came off of Davis, the big-time defensive end. He'll have to come out of the lineup, and the Tar Heels are going to have to try and settle for a field goal here. And Noah Burnett, who on the year is 13 of 17. This is 34 yards. For the lead. And the kick hits the upright and bounds away. So the Tar Heels get it first and goal, throw it a couple of times, then Davis posts a sack, and Burnett misses the field goal.
Yeah, huge sack for Davis. You have a long drive. You got to come away with points, right? Doink. No points. Dave Clawson loving it for Wake Forest.
Identity, they're more running back centric versus quarterback centric, and you got to give the ball to Hampton.
Here's the snap and the slow mesh, and here's Bachmeier taking a quick shot. Incomplete, and that's Donovan Green, the intended receiver, and now flag's been thrown from across the way. Elijah Huzzy in coverage for the Tar Heels.
It looks like they're going to get him either for a hold or a defensive pass interference here.
Riley Johnson's our referee tonight.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28. The ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Look, in Dave Clawson's work at Winston-Salem, there have been a lot of really good quarterbacks who understand the mesh.
Yep.
And the intricacies of the mesh. Bachmeier's just a different looking cat running it because he is a 6'3", 200. Reminds me a little bit of the Jamie Newman era of the slow mesh. Here's the give to Claiborne, and Carolina able to get to Demon Claiborne after a yard, maybe 2. Power Eccles, first Tar Heel to get there.
I want to take a look at this pass interference. They're going to catch him. They're going to catch Huzzy there with his left arm around the waist of Donovan Green. That's a good call. It's tight coverage. If he's not holding the waist, I don't think the flag comes.
So second down, let's call it 8. Bachmeier trying to get it on the perimeter. Here's Claiborne to work. And through the 35, 36-yard line, Amari Campbell makes the stop right around the 39. So only 3rd and 4. Two teams just exchanging jabs here, it feels like, right?
Yep. Kind of getting the feel for each other here in the first quarter. Let the game plan settle in.
That's Morin in motion. Comes here to the near side with Fields. Now Bachmeier looping for Claiborne. Caught it over the shoulder. He'll be tackled out of bounds. That's Bo Atkinson, the defensive end, who ended up on Claiborne defensively. But that's a Wake first down. Terrific throw here by Bachmeier, 13.
And it had to be a fantastic throw because they've got Bo Atkinson's mismatch lined up against a running back. What a spectacular throw and catch.
1st and 10, Carolina 48. Bachmeier pulls, going to sail it deep for Fields, and incomplete. Flag will be thrown here on Marcus Allen, who was in coverage of Horatio Fields. Now, as I was following the ball, Tom, was this catchable, and were they tangled feet as opposed to hand fighting?
That's a great question on both accounts.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 29. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And again, initial look at full speed. It looked like their feet just got tangled. Marcus Allen lined up against Horatio Fields.
And another look at Bachmeier, who, by the way, does a terrific job of waiting.
I really think that's when you got to let them play, and their feet get tangled up, and Mac Brown doesn't like it one bit.
Nope.
And I don't blame him. That's a free release, man-to-man. Really no tugging and jostling.
Wake gets it. Tar Heel 33 now. Claiborne trying to find a crease. He will push that toward the 27. That'll be a run of 6 on first down. And very patiently, here comes Demon Claiborne. We've seen Hampton, the straight ahead, the big runs of 15 and 20 yards. Claiborne a little different. He bites off in smaller chews, if you will, right?
Yeah, but he is uber explosive in the hole. It's so difficult to get a clean shot at it.
Now here's an empty look for Bachmeier on the 2nd down play. Flags thrown, and the catch is made. That is Fields. That'll be a first down for Wake Forest. Caleb Cost, the stop for the Tar Heels, will check the flag.
Offside. Defense number 10. Lining up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. Results in play.
It's on
First down.
Desmond Evans, the defensive end.
Yeah, he's going to be right there. He's going to jump off.
And the helmet's over the football.
Certainly is. That's a good call. It's one thing to jump the ball, but you got to be able to at least line up correctly.
Ball at the 19 now. Deacon's got an early start. Devontae Gordon at left tackle. When Devontae moves, everybody knows.
Out. False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. First down.
48th start of the career of Devontae Gordon. He has been a standard over there.
Yes, he has.
And a terrific personality to visit with. See quickly, we've built 3 Carolina penalties, 1 big one in this drive. First of the night on the Deacons. 1st and 15, Bachmeier on the perimeter. Tried to get it to Cam Height, the tight end. He got taken down. Carolina flying to the football. Jakeen Harris. The stop there on the tight end, Cameron Height. Loss of 2.
Boy, they've run to the football so well right here. North Carolina, Jakeen Harris, number 2. Elijah Huzzy breaks the stock block, makes the tackle as well.
Bachmeier now. A throw, Morin the catch. Knocked out of bounds near the 15. That was Cost. Boy, Caleb Cost has been everywhere in the opening quarter.
Yeah, he's been a solid tackler for this defensive back end. In fact, so is Jakeen Harris, and as we mentioned Elijah Huzzy a couple of times. Now you got a big 3rd down right here. for Wake, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is 2-down territory and they don't try to get it all back right here.
3rd and a half dozen for Bachmeier and the Deacons. Wake wants to throw. Bachmeier near side offline for Taylor Moore. Stick lane was the closest Tar Heel there. And now they're going to try the field goal with Matthew Dennis.
Hank Bachmeier's going to wish he had that throw back. He just missed him high into the outside. He's got an open target, and Morin, it would have put him in a great spot.
Matthew Dennis, redshirt junior out of Myers Park in Charlotte. 14 of 17 on the year. His longest is 42 against Ole Miss. And this will be 33 yards to give Wake the lead. Kick away, and it is good. Deacons have drawn first blood tonight in Chapel Hill. Matthew Dennis's field goal puts Wake Forest ahead, 3-0. 16th season in Chapel Hill. If you put both eras together, Tom, I don't know if around here they've seen Mack Brown this upset, but during the timeout, he was with Riley Johnson for an extended visit about the pass interference call. I'm sure that's what it's about, by the way, because he's not turned the volume down since the flag.
Then anybody within 5 yards of him got another earful. Listen, if it tells you one thing, it's that Mack Brown still has a passion for the game of football.
Yep. 8 yards deep. Carolina will start. And we get a look at Omarion Hampton here tonight with 73 yards on 7 carries. He's tonight's Food Lion food for thought, Lukes.
Well, let's get back to handing the ball off to him, as he did a great job navigating in line, getting off to the second level, and then it's just lower his shoulder time. He's just so light on his feet when you consider his size and his strength and his power. I would continue to feed the big dog here and throw it if they make you.
Pistol set with Jacolby Criswell. And here goes Hampton to the left side. Look at the world chasing him. And oh boy, got knocked out on the white, and that'll get a flag. Dylan Hazen, I think, was the guy that hit Hampton after he reached the white. There was a flag thrown. Now, we may have offsetting here, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to. I think they're going to catch 79. Howard Sampson for a hold at the left tackle spot.
J.J. Jones is the Tar Heel who throws his hands up in frustration. Riley Johnson, take it away.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one during the play, one after the play. Holding number 79 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. That penalty will be administered. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. That foul will be enforced by number 24. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right, Lukes, little film study for the folks at home.
There we go. You're going to see 79 there in the middle of your screen. Just hook. He gets his arm on the outside of the Wake defender. And then you get Omarion Hampton getting to the sideline. And 24 coming big, the big push. Dylan Hazen, one of the best tacklers, just a little extracurricular, and had some power into that push.
By the way, the former Tar Heel running back, Natron Means, was able to escape any kind of...
I was a ball boy for the San Diego Chargers when he was the tailback for Bobby Ross and the San Diego Chargers. And you talk about a freight train.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
Everything but the smokestack.
That's right.
Out of Harrisburg, North Carolina now. Whew. The first true big back at tailback.
Oh, yeah.
At Carolina. So out of the penalty, the ball's at the 30. And here is Hampton. Speaking of big backs, he'll roll for right at 10 to the 40-yard line. It's the beauty of this rivalry between Wake and Carolina, because they, like for instance, Carolina's won the last 3 by a grand total of 11 points. I mean, Dave Clawson pointed that out yesterday in our visit.
Right.
It's like the first thing. By the way, you know, it's been close. It's 11 points the last 3 times.
And they've been barn burners. They haven't been like this.
And some have been shootouts.
Yeah.
But tonight we're having a little bit of a throwback, at least in quarter 1. Here goes Hampton. Little cutback, Tom. That'll carry him 8, maybe 9 more toward the 49.
This is what I love about Omarion Hampton, is his ability to stick his foot in the ground, square the shoulders, and get downhill in a hurry. And then he's able to push the pile with that forward lean. And if you're North Carolina tonight, this 2nd and 2 stuff, you want to see an awful lot of this. Don't throw it unless Wake Forest makes you.
Second down, yard to go for Carolina. Wake ahead on the Dennis field goal, and here's Hampton. First down and more into Wake territory at the 43. We learn more and more about the running back Omarion Hampton, Dana, but you found out about the personality of Omarion Hampton this week.
He is not a man of many words, but I think Mac Brown and his team are okay with that because he runs pretty hard on the football field. So they'll take that on the field, but off the field, he has a quiet confidence about him.
Well, here's the other thing. We were told yesterday in our meetings that Hampton actually gave Dana a long answer.
Yep.
Tom.
Yep, which surprised Coach Brown.
That's exactly.
That's because I asked him where's his favorite spot to eat in town.
Oh, okay.
You got to bring out the food first.
Here is the running back. This is Davion Goss, who's checked in. This is a true freshman out of that powerhouse program at Chaminade Madonna again in South Florida.
Going to be a really, really good player for them.
And again, here goes Goss. He'll be third and short after a couple of carries. By the way, Hampton's now got his 18th career 100-yard rushing game. Third in Carolina history. He's got 100 yards on 10 carries tonight. And here he comes.
Again, third and less than one. It's exactly where you want to be if you're offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey. You take a look at the numbers there with Omarion Hampton. There's some long droughts in between there, right?
Those two right there at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
That was the real deal. Famous Amos Lawrence and Tara Burroughs, Kelvin Bryant. Third and one. And Hampton right into the teeth of the Wake defense. Quincy Bryant early today.
Oh, boy, did we.
In this league. Fourth and one, Carolina going for it. Here is Hampton, left side, muscling, and he keeps his feet. Got some help from his teammates, and I think he'll have it to the 33. He had to crack the 33 essentially. And Dylan Hazen, who I've been pretty impressed with in terms of just putting his nose around the football on every snap, was there to make the play for the Deacs.
No doubt, but big 28 and that lower body of his, the ability to get his pad level down and just keep the legs churning.
Yeah. Single back is Hampton, of course. Criswell under center quite a bit here in the opening half. They're going to hand to Hampton. Sweep run here to the near side, 20. Change of pace, 15. Inside the 10 goes Carolina again. Devon Patterson makes the stop on Omarion Hampton at the 7, Lukes.
Well, look what he does at number 7, Evan Slocum.
Wow.
Just, again, the ability, we talked about balance, contact balance, keeping your feet. He is a special back.
Straight ahead goes Hampton to the 5. Kendron Wayman, first Deacon there. Remember, 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. Cleveland High School, Clayton, North Carolina for Omarion Hampton in his 36th career game. He went over 3,000 rushing yards in the win at Florida State 2 weeks ago.
Reminds me a lot of Ramondre Stevenson.
Ooh.
Big, explosive power back.
He's had 3 runs of 20 or more. Here is second and goal. And the Deacons fight through and make the play. Boy, Brad Lambert's got a very nice red zone defensive plan tonight for the Deacons against Carolina's run game, Tom.
Yeah, and they've got all of the inside gaps plugged. So they're accounting for all of their responsibilities. So if you're going to score and you're going to be between the tackles, you're either going to have a bust defensively, or Omarion Hampton's going to have to run somebody over and break some tackles.
Carolina's thrown it 3 times, run it 22 in their first 25 snaps. Third and goal, Criswell to throw. Pumps, now going to keep. A pump fake again, dives and scores. Touchdown Carolina and Jacolby Criswell. There's a lot to look at in a 4-yard run.
Certainly is. Jacolby Criswell, all 230, 235 pounds of him. Breaks his fall with his left hand right there as he reaches over with the ball in his right hand. Zamari Stevenson, Quincy Bryant.
Looks like that Criswell's visiting with Kai Christensen there on the Tar Heel bench. And Lucas Osada will kick it away. There'll be no return here for Wake Forest, and that'll bring Hank Bachmeier back out. So Bachmeier, Tom, is 25 years of age. So our crack research staff went and looked at the last 4 NFL drafts. All of these quarterbacks are younger than Hank Bachmeier. Now, you've done this for a long time.
Yeah.
So sort out Hank Bachmeier and where all this is in your purview, if you will.
Well, you have to go back 2 more years before that because he started in 2019.
The ball is at the 25 for Wake Forest here.
I broadcasted his very first game as a true freshman at Boise State.
Yeah, Bachmeier going to take the deep shot. Donovan Green in stride. Cannot hang on. Ball popped loose. Marcus Allen there in coverage. And a marker thrown. Riley Johnson.
Ineligible downfield, number 74. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Luke Pettibone a little too far down the field.
Yeah, he came off of his initial block on the slow mesh right there, and you'll see him leak downfield, but this is just a drop by Donovan Green. Elijah Huzzy ends up coming back and making the play late, but that ball just hung in there. Excuse me, Marcus Allen, number 29. That ball just hung up in the air a little too long for Hank Bachmeier.
So 1st and 15 after the penalty. Bachmeier going to rip it for the tight end, and taken to the ground is Lodge right around the 25-yard line by Power Eccles. That had a little something to it now when it was thrown.
Yeah, it did. And really to the only place it could have been thrown and caught. Power Eccles, good coverage there defensively for Carolina.
Here's Bachmeier trying to keep it, and Jabari Ritchie's going to drop him. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Ritchie, who had the game-changing play at Charlottesville, gets Bachmeier on the ground quickly, and it's now 3rd and the full 10.
Yeah, his teammate Josh Harris, number 6, gets the penetration, but it's Ritchie that comes off, plays off the block, makes the tackle, setting up a big 3rd down for Carolina on defense here.
Bachmeier to his left, and he'll squeeze a couple of yards off before Eccles angles him out into the Tar Heel bench. And the Deacons will have to punt. Well, we showed you his football journey, and I got to give Hank Bachmeier a lot of credit. He's fighting for this season for Wake Forest, Tom. You watch him play, and it's just impressive to watch him go to work and see how much his intensity level is there every time.
He's passionate. You know, when you watch him with his teammates, you'd think he'd been here for 3 or 4 years.
Ivan Moore to punt it away. Huzzy will wait. Boy, good-looking punt. High. And Huzzy, the fair catch right around the 26, 27-yard line. 7-3 Carolina. Carolina hosted Georgia Tech. And that day, J.J. Jones caught a touchdown pass, and he was wearing Tylee Craft's number 13. And Dana, it ended up being a very somber day, an emotional day for Carolina, but now it's one that seemingly kind of inspires them, it feels like.
Yeah, Wes, it was on that day, October 12th, that the wide receiver room decided that each game, a different receiver would wear Tylee Craft's number 13 for the remainder of the season. J.J. Jones was the first to wear it, and tonight it's Chris Culliver wearing the number 13. And Tylee is very much a part of this team, and it's so special. His legacy lives on in the Carolina football program, but also really the Carolina athletic community. And in honor of Tylee, the UNC Nutrition Office was renamed Tylee Craft Nutrition Center, and he is very much a part of this team.
Here is first down. Criswell to Copenhaver. And John forced out of bounds around the 34 by Devon Patterson. And yesterday, Mac Brown was incredibly forthcoming about the details of that day and the impact it's had on the football team. And, you know, number one, I respect him sharing that with us, but at the same time, Tom, you also see what it now means to this football team.
and the toll that it's taken on this football team.
Point. Here is the give, and that's Goss running for the first down out to the 38-yard line goes Davion Goss.
I think that's one of the reasons as we take another look at Chris Culliver there wearing Tylee Craft's jersey. I think it's another one of the reasons why you've got to have a lot of respect for this team and what Mack Brown and this coaching staff has done. A 4-game losing skid, a heartbreaking loss to Georgia Tech. You're up 20-0 against Duke and you lose. The JMU debacle, and they could have folded their tent and they never did.
First down. Criswell going to take the shot and sails it over the top. And the intended receiver was Kobe Paysour. Dana, I know you spent some time talking to J.J. Jones this week. And he, among other players on the team, but it felt like J.J. Jones was as close a friend to Tylee Craft as anybody on this football team.
J.J. Jones described Tylee Craft as his older brother, and what stands out most about his legacy, I asked him, what's he leaving behind? He said it was his attitude. He never stopped swinging, is how J.J. Jones described it. He said he would go to cancer treatments in the morning, and he would show up at practice despite everybody telling him he didn't have to come. Positive attitude always.
Yeah. Well said by J.J. Jones. Davion Goss has had a couple nice runs here. And all of a sudden, Carolina's developing a secondary weapon in the run game. And there's the field mark that Dana was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
And there is J.J. Jones, senior from Myrtle Beach. Another guy looking for Luganville's job. Here's Criswell improvising, keeping it, and will fall forward. And that should be close to the first down. Combs, the linebacker, tripped up Jacolby Criswell.
This is going to be really close. And they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, we've seen the change tonight. That's it. Only one a game, I think, is the way it is now.
One a game.
Yeah.
You know, the tragic loss of Tylee Craft, I think, is also something that's actually galvanized this football team. And their last 2 weeks, playing hard, playing with effort, 17 sacks on defense, run game. Jacolby Criswell's coming into his own. Playing really well late in the season for North Carolina.
1st and 10 now. Back here to the near side. Goss trying to turn the corner, and B.J. Williams not having it. We saw B.J. Williams come close to making a play earlier. He's had 6 total and 1 behind the line in their last couple of ball games.
That time he does a fantastic job setting the edge against the offensive tackle, Trayvon Green, 78. Forcing that play to bounce to the outside. And that, listen, if I'm playing defense against North Carolina, I want to bounce 28 laterally. I don't want him coming downhill on me.
Yep. Well, they've refueled the rig. Hampton's back in the game. And a little swing pass here from Criswell to get him a running start across midfield. And that'll make it 3rd down and about 8. Combs and Mull the stop for Wake Forest. It's a Deacon team coming in tonight without 2 guys they really count on in the secondary, Glasgow and Blue for Dave Clawson and defensive coordinator Brad Lambert. Carolina just 2 for 6 tonight. You see the 43% number, which is 6th in the ACC on 3rd down. Criswell from the pocket. With time, guns it, and almost picked. Was trying to dial Jordan Shipp, and Aiden Hall almost pulled this.
This is a spectacular speed drop to the landmark for Aiden Hall, and he goes up and almost pulls off what would have been a spectacular athletic trait and feat if he'd come down with that interception.
Aiden Hall playing in just his 6th game of the year. He had 5 tackles in the ball game against Clemson. So McGinnis will come on to punt here. Wake's keeping the defense on the field, it looks like, and Morin stands at the 10. And McGinnis trying to angle this away from Morin, who will make the fair catch right around the 15. Tar Heels with a 4-point lead. Inside 7 to go first half in Chapel Hill on ACCN. Between Wake and Carolina, the last 3 determined by 11 points. Now Carolina won them all, Tom, but look at that one, 58-55.
Track meet.
Track meet? It's arena football. You know all about that. Drake May threw for 3, ran for another one 2 years ago at a Legacy Stadium in Winston-Salem. Deacons have it, trailing 4. Hank Bachmeyer to work. And Demon Claiborne shut down for the first time tonight, and that is Travis Shaw. Big number 4 making the play for the Tar Heels.
I mean, they're 310, 325, 330, and 290 at their 2 interior tackle spots.
Claiborne again trying to find a crease. Bounces off one, turns and burns. Claiborne 30-35 before he's tackled. Will Hardy got him to the ground at the 35, but there's the patience of Demon Claiborne.
Great patience and great feet. Look at the feet in the hole right here. Then he's able to play off the initial attempted tackle and then make people miss at the second level. Huge explosive on the ground for Wake.
All the way to the 31 now. Fresh set of downs for Bachmeyer. Here's Claiborne again. Steps through 1 and picks up about 5 to just beyond the Deacon 40-yard line. You know, you hear football coaches say it, position coaches. Running backs got to go with the forward lean.
Yeah.
Claiborne's exceptional. No
Really
matter
good.
who hits him, he stays forward, Tom.
He always falls forward, and so does Omarion Hampton.
Yep. Second down. Bachmeyer now turns, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play. Amari Campbell. It's a guy Jeff Collins talked a little bit about yesterday, kind of fortifying the linebacking spot. Remember, they got Kamen Rucker back.
Yep.
Last couple ball games, played very well. Power Eccles, brand names. They needed somebody else. Bo Atkinson has had a great season at defensive end, but Campbell has come on nicely in the last 4 games for him.
Yeah, showed some patience there, making the tackle in the hole on Bachmeyer.
Third down, here's Bachmeyer. To his left, going to run with it. It's a foot race with Campbell. Bachmeyer's going to win it. Wake's got a first down. And he and Rucker finally dance on the Carolina bench on a 13-yard run.
Hank Bachmeyer does a nice job here of keeping 2 hands on the football when the walls start closing in and sees the front door to his left. Then it's just a foot race. That's a smart, heady play by a veteran quarterback.
Here's Bachmeyer on first down. Rips one. That is the catch is Cam Height, the tight end. 5th-year senior from Greenville, Tennessee. And Wake right up to the football. Warren Ruggiero, their offensive coordinator. They get first down money of some sense, Tom. More often than not, they're right up on the rock here.
No doubt.
And now we get a flag. To get some early movement on the Deeks, perhaps. Riley Johnson.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Second time for Luke Pettibone at the pivot tonight. Big fellow from Annapolis. Tate Carney going to stay in the backfield now with Bachmeyer. And Bachmeyer will pull. Now looking for help, and he'll be sacked. And there's the butcher, Kamen Rucker. First sack of the night for Carolina after posting 17 in their last 2 games, Tom.
This is so well done because, in essence, it's a coverage sack. You got the slow mesh. The back end of North Carolina takes care of business, forces Hank Bachmeyer to hold on to the football, which gives Kamen Rucker that extra second to burst to the quarterback. Credit the entirety of the North Carolina defense there handling the slow mesh.
3rd and long for Wake. Bachmeyer to Carney. Full head of steam. Carney first down, Wake Forest. Terrific play by Tate Carney to pick up the mileage on the first down play. And Bachmeyer checked it all the way down, Lukes.
He checked it right down. That old saying, check downs get first downs. Not generally on 3rd and 14, but in that particular case, ended up panning out.
17-yard play. 2.5 to go in the first frame. Claiborne back in the ball game, and he'll pick up 4 on first down. Will Hardy from the Carolina secondary makes the stop. And Demon Claiborne just buying time. Almost 50 yards here in this first half. And Deeks are going to let this get to the 2-minute timeout. And we're going to step aside here in Chapel Hill with Wake trying for the double dip. Remember, they get the ball to start half 2.
Correct.
10th play of the drive for Dave Clausen's team. We come back. Deacons trying to take a lead to the locker room in Chapel Hill. Don't forget, we got ACC women's basketball for you next Friday. Florida State from Tallahassee. It's at 7 o'clock Eastern right here on ACC Network, streaming live on the ESPN app. I see your Pat McAfee kick contest, and I'll raise you one. With Veterans Day looming, we got folks here kicking field goals during the timeout. Young man there did a nice job wearing the boots, I might add, Ludes, as Bachmeier misses on the second down throw. And Demon Claiborne was the target, and Elijah Huzzy was pressuring the quarterback.
Yeah, Elijah Huzzy actually is the one that forced this ball to be high and out of the outstretched arms of Claiborne.
2-down territory here. 3rd down and half dozen for Bachmeier. Buying time, going to throw back, and that ball, a sliding catch. No, incomplete. Marker down back at the 41. Riley Johnson, it's a hold on Wake Forest.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Trost, the right tackle, against Kamen Rucker.
Well, against Kamen Rucker, but on the other side, I think the offensive tackle for Wake Forest false started, and they didn't call it. And it allowed for that to be set in motion, and then Kamen Rucker on the opposite side of it. And that's what having Kamen Rucker back does, is you can't just focus all of your attention on one edge or the other.
So 3rd now and 16. Bachmeier, quick throw, far side. This is Alexander's first catch of the night. And he'll pick up maybe 4 on the play. Rucker made the tackle of Deuce Alexander. Redshirt freshman from outside of Atlanta.
30-second timeout. North Carolina. First of the half.
Carolina going to use the timeout. Wake's going to have 4th down and 12, Tom. By the way, Alexander has had 3 or more receptions in each of the last couple of ball games. He had 8 for 63 coming in the last 2 games. And so now the timeout by Mack Brown.
Tell you what,
I wondered if it was 2-down territory, and I think it might be, even at long distance.
It may be.
Game clock operator, let's put 1:45 on the game clock. Thank you.
That man right there, Kamen Rucker, has been a one-man wrecking crew on this series. And he's been lining up to the right side over Wake's left tackle and creating all kinds of havoc. Look at the numbers there with or without him in 4th and 12.
So the field goal would be 53 maybe for Matthew Dennis, so Wake's going for this. Carolina brings 4. Bachmeier throwing and incomplete. Alexander was down there, so was Micah Mays. Ball wasn't even close to anybody, to be honest, in a white or blue jersey.
I think 81, Deuce Alexander fell down. Hank Bachmeier thought he was going to break to the corner, and as he's getting his foot stuck in the ground, see to the top of your screen, he just he actually runs into his teammate.
Yeah.
And they collide downfield.
So
18 and 81, Micah Mays and Deuce Alexander getting the wires crossed.
Carolina's got 2 timeouts, Tom, and 1:39 here.
Plenty of time.
Goss in the ball game is the running back. And Criswell to throw. Jacolby trying to evade the rush. Now going to sail it deep. That's McCollum and couldn't hang on. Evan Slocum was down there in coverage. And a marker thrown behind the play in the neighborhood of a hold.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Willie Lampkin. 5'11", 290. Former Lakeland Dreadnought from Florida.
That's it. Went to Coastal Carolina. Had a great career there. And he's played center and guard here for the Tar Heels. And you'll see it.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yep. Got your money's worth, Willie.
You certainly did. If you're going to do it, go down swinging. DJ Williams has caused some problems for for this North Carolina front, and has proven difficult to block for the majority of the first half here tonight.
Yep. Hampton's come back in the ball game now for first down and the full 20. Quick throw on the perimeter, and Jordan Shipp trying to spin away. And here goes Shipp. He got half of it back. True freshman from Providence Day in Charlotte. That's his first catch in 3 games. Another Slocum tackle for the Deacs.
He's going to be a good player. Not a true jet down the field, but he's really good after the catch.
Wake going to rush 4. Criswell going to dump it across, and here goes Hampton. The receiving skills. It'll be 3rd down and short. Combs the tackle as we work our way toward a minute to play. So 3rd down and 2 here. Carolina again to a 2-by-2 look. Criswell throws, Shipp the catch. First down Carolina at the 42. Still 2 timeouts for Mac Brown.
It's a really nice catch by Shipp. That wasn't a very accurate throw. Fresh set of downs nonetheless.
Yep. Criswell loads, crossing route, Hampton, and pulled down by Hazen. And they're going to keep the same unit out there. Carolina did not sub here with 30 seconds. And a Wake timeout? Yes. How about that? Tom,
30 seconds
we get into these conversations every once in a while with coaches about end of half, end of game, right?
Yeah.
The ability to freeze a defense with your offense not subbing, I think, is a premium that some folks overlook in college football.
That's why Wake Forest called a timeout right there, because they knew they had the wrong personnel on the field, right, for this particular down. So it'll be interesting to see if they switch it up, and then, you know, Wake coaches are going to be looking over to the sideline of the North Carolina coach and trying to figure out, are they in 10 personnel? Are they in 12 personnel? What are they going to be in, so that you can get the perfect personnel on the field for you defensively, especially on an important 3rd down.
Yeah. Boy, Dave Clawson's seen a number of these. He knows exactly. Now in his 11th season in Winston-Salem.
Well, 2nd down, excuse me, coming up.
So you see the total yardage. A lot. By the way, the 189 for Carolina, 130 belongs to the guy wearing 28. 2nd down, 5 here. 2 timeouts for Carolina, 2 for Wake Forest in the half minute. Deacs rush 4. Criswell shoots it across the field. That's caught. And a first down. And that is McCollum holding on to the football ahead of the Anderson tackle. 22-yard throw, and now the Heels are in business to try and get points. 19 seconds to go. Hampton to the left side. And a flag gets thrown there. And Mac Brown may have to burn a timeout here with 14 seconds left, even with the penalty.
Yep.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Lampkin for the Heels and Pettibone for the Deacs are signing up for it tonight.
No question. That's 2 penalties on Willie Lampkin in this series alone. Stops the clock for you, but you're going to lose some yardage.
6 penalties now on Carolina.
North Carolina, 2nd of the half.
So breaking the action, remind you, ACC Network Volleyball. #1 Pitt and #3 Louisville. The regular season title and a potential top spot in the nation is on the line. Wednesday night, a week from Wednesday night. That's how far out we are on this one. A week from Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving, essentially.
That's it, right there, November 27th.
November 27th. 1 versus 3. Dan Fisher's got a great team at Pitt. Danny Busboom Kelly in Louisville, sensational. Not only the two best in the ACC, maybe the two best in the country. Their regular season match the night before Thanksgiving, 7 o'clock on ACC Network and the ESPN app. All right, so it's 1st and 20 for Carolina at Wake's 25. 14 seconds left. 1 timeout for the Tar Heels and 2 for the Deacs. Criswell the snap. Going to slip it to Copenhagen. Crossing route. Inside the 15 to the 10. Slung down at the 7 by Combs. And a timeout taken by Carolina, I believe, with 5 seconds left.
3rd and final timeout. North Carolina, 30 seconds.
So, Tom, you're at the 7. And here comes Noah Burnett.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a moment, you know what? Wouldn't be surprised if the College Football Hall of Famer, you know.
Well, your only chance would be a 1-step back shoulder throw that's thrown on a line.
Into
so it
the
doesn't
end
take
zone.
any time into the end zone.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's risky. If you get some air under the ball a little bit, the clock's going to run out on you. I like what Mac Brown's doing here.
All right, field goal try for Burnett. Going to be right at 25 yards. Remember, he missed from 34. Officially inside the 25, so it's 24 and change for Noah Burnett to give Carolina a touchdown lead late in the first. And the kick is up, and Burnett pushes it right through. So with 1 second left, Tar Heels have put 10 straight on the board to take a 10-3 lead here. It's a long Carolina drive, by the way.
Yes, it was.
7 plays, 56 yards. They did it in 138, but never, with the exception of the throw to Copenhagen, not really an explosive play in it.
Not an explosive play, and had to dig themselves out of a hole a couple of times on penalties.
Right.
Holding penalties with Willie Lampkin, their right guard. So some perseverance. I thought they managed the clock very, very well. Utilization of the timeouts.
Right.
And then made a good decision there with 5 seconds to go.
So with 1 second left, can't imagine that Lucas Oseda will do anything more than just kind of skip this one across the turf here at Keenan. There's Claiborne. Wouldn't want to kick it to him, though, would you?
Want to kick it over his head.
There's a runner through the infield, and it will reach the end zone. And 1 second on the clock. Don't forget, Taylor Tannenbaum standing by across the way here at Kenan Stadium. Looks like Eddie Royal, E.J. Manuel, Eric McClain ready to go. Here's Claiborne and the Deacs for a touch of the knee. There we go. Get everybody ready over there.
Why do they all look so cold? Look at Eddie. Our man played in Chicago, Blacksburg, Denver.
McClain doesn't look cold. He's ready. That's a lineman there, son.
That is, that's a lineman.
Don't you ever question.
That's it.
Oseda to kick it away. Demon Claiborne deep. And half number 2 underway here at Kenan Stadium. There'll be no return for Claiborne. And Danny, you talked to Mac Brown.
I did, and he was a happy man coming out of the locker room, specifically with the defensive performance in the first half by his Tar Heels. But offensively, he said he'd like to see the offense open it up a little bit more. They've run the ball well, so let's explore passing the ball. And don't forget, he did remind me about those 2 interference calls that Wake Forest scored on. He was pretty unhappy about. He remembers.
Yes. Yeah, oh, I figured he'd remember. I was talking to some longtime observers of Tar Heel football at the half, and they said, haven't seen him that tuned up in a long time. Claiborne in the backfield. Here's Bachmeyer to work to start the drive. And a little keep action here. We'll pick up 2 or 3. Ritzy the stop for Carolina. Tom, how's the game? Look, Carolina had the red zone opportunity.
Sure.
They end up missing the field goal. Wake gets downfield. They kick a field goal with Dennis. And, oh, boy, Hank Bachmeier to a knee here. And he's going to stay down. So they'll come out here and check. One more look as Michael Kern, by the way, starts to warm up on the Wake sideline. Oh, Tom, those are the ones you worry about a little bit, huh?
Let's see how he goes down here, and the ball tucked to his chest, and that is an awful lot of weight. That's Kevin Hester, 310 pounds. And all of that dropping right on top of Hank Bachmeier as his head coach, Dave Clausen, comes out to midfield to meet him up.
Feels like, at least from the standpoint, from what we can just gauge here, there is Michael Kern, by the way, fifth-year senior from Orlando. You see the details of his campaign. Bachmeier has been the starter from the jump this year for the Deacs. And here on the first play of the second half, it looked like Hank Bachmeier, and it's the left shoulder. You see the hand a little bit as he walks off. You can see his hand kind of holding on to the front of his jersey a little bit. And we'll pass along any information we get on Bachmeier. So now here is Kern, who's played 21 games in his career at Wake Forest, 4 this year, including at Clemson. And now Bachmeier out and Kern to work, and first throw is a catch, and Donovan Green across midfield, and the Deacons are in Carolina territory. Well, don't worry about getting comfortable, Michael Kern.
I don't even know if he got a chance to warm up. They just throw the slant route right here to Donovan Green. Big target, well-placed football. And then Jakeem Harris comes and tries to pop that ball out on the tackle, but that'll give it a vote of confidence there for Michael Kern.
28-yard throw, longest play of the night for the Deacs. Perimeter, and here's Claiborne trying to go to work. Nicely done. And Power Eccles will make the tackle, but not before Wake gets another first down. And credit here, hey, Tom, to Warren Ruggiero for making a couple nice calls to get Michael Kern comfortable.
Yeah, easy confidence throws. You've got everything blocked up on the perimeter on the quick screen to Demon Claiborne, and then the slant route earlier to Donovan Green. Just easy one read, pitch and catch. Get your quarterback some confidence.
Claiborne to work on the ground off another first down for Wake Forest. Gain of about 4, almost 5. Kevin Hester the stop on the junior Claiborne. 5 career 100-yard games. Career high 165 a year ago against Vanderbilt. Here's Kern looping for Taylor Morin, who cannot make the catch against Cost, and a flag has been thrown on a ball for Taylor Morin at the goal line. And it's pass interference against Carolina.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So that'll take it toward the 15, Luke.
And this is really an underthrown football, which creates the pass interference. If he throws this ball to the back pylon, Taylor Morin runs right underneath it, but because it's underthrown and not a well-thrown ball, it allows Morin to stop, slow down, and create that contact with Caleb Cost.
So Wake now, after Bachmeier was hurt on the first snap, has Michael Kern, the 5th-year senior, directing the offense, and now in a red zone possession. And a throw up the ladder is pulled down. That's Lodge, the tight end, getting 4 on the play. His second catch of the night, his 11th of the year. Give Kern a lot of credit. They're coming in and not skipping a beat. And here's Claiborne to work on the ground. Claiborne breaking free. He'll stretch to the 1, and it's first. It'll be third down or first down and goal there.
You know, going back to when we came on air tonight, we were talking about the differences in backs. Look at the tempo here as they line up to get this ball snapped.
Give is to Claiborne, dancing to the left, and he is in. Touchdown for Wake Forest, and Demon Claiborne's got his 10th rushing score of the year.
We were talking about the differences of Omarion Hampton and Demon Claiborne, and really is Claiborne's ability with his feet and his ability to jump cut in the hole. If you noticed those last 2 runs, really nice patience and burst in a very tight crease in line.
7 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Kern was perfect, 3 for 3 for 43 yards. And the Deacons now a Dennis extra point away from tying the score.
What an impressive drive coming out of the locker room.
And the extra point is missed. There is a flag down on the play. Carolina offside, perhaps. And Riley Johnson to tell us.
Offside. Defense number 10. We're going to replay the try, and the distance penalty has been declined.
That's Desmond Evans, number 10, the defensive end. Former top 5 recruit in the country. Finally coming into his own here in his last year, Carolina.
So Wake declined the distance on this to keep Dennis kind of in sync, if you will, with what a normal extra point is. And this one is straight through. A flag has been thrown again here. But I believe Wake's going to take the point and decline it.
He's offside again.
Offside. Defense number 29. Penalties decline. The try is good.
All right, so we're tied.
Timeout.
Couple of tries at the extra point. Demon Claiborne's got his 10th rushing score of the year. A little dancing to his left. He'll find the end zone. Locked up at 10 on ACCN. Belongs to Michael Kern, who just took him on a touchdown drive, by the way.
Yeah, let's see if North Carolina's got an answer.
Caleb Carlson will kick it away. And there'll be no return by the Tar Heels. So Carolina will get it cranked up at his 25. Well, you know, there have been big moments at Kenan Stadium. Some recent, some vintage. Oh, here we go. Get the 16 video out. 30 years ago, Tommy Luganbill. Oh, airing it out. That's Omar Cassidy streaking in for the Georgia Tech touchdown.
Hey, Mac.
Look at Mac, young Mac Brown. How in the world did we let him throw? Look at, whoa, hey. Oh, look at the high and tight. Huh? What are we doing? First down give is Omarion Hampton. How did that game work out? I saw the big ball to Omar.
We lost 31-24.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the, oh, come on. Take us through. Get the telestrator
look
out.
You pausing it.
Yeah,
what, is that what you're looking at right there?
Right
is that
there.
what you wanted to see? Huh?
Is that Palomar waterfall? What do we got going
Yeah,
there?
that's that Southern California waterfall.
Yeah, it is.
High tide on the side.
Yeah, it is.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Absolutely. Second down. Here's Criswell to Copenhaver. And, oh, look at John Copenhaver fighting. It'll be third and short as Hazen makes the tackle. You know, you talked about Copenhaver this week as a guy who, not that he necessarily wasn't a target, maybe just not with the frequency we thought.
Right, and I think, you know, not having Bryson Nesbitt, so the two of them on the field can play off of each other, may have had a bit of an impact on that as well.
Straight ahead, here goes Hampton. 45-50, Omarion to the near side. Made one guy miss, and finally to the 28 of Wake Forest. Nick Anderson got twisted around and then stepped by from Omarion Hampton. What a run this is.
Fantastic run by Omarion Hampton. Getting skinny through the hole, keeping his balance. Looked like he was going to go down, then is able to cut back across the grain as well at the end of that run to get an extra 3 to 5 yards. That's a 38-yard gain right there from Omarion Hampton.
Hampton comes in averaging 130.9 a game. You see he's already mounted 170 yards on 17 carries tonight. Now tries to make a man miss in the backfield. Does. Hampton will gear down, step out of bounds. That was Anderson that tried to make the play behind the line, and Hampton just stepped through it.
And Nick Anderson, number 45, is normally one of Wake Forest's best tacklers, particularly in space. He's had a really good season for the Demon Deacons. But that time, it is so difficult to get a clean shot. And if you do, Omarion Hampton's so big and physical, it's tough to knock him off his feet.
Anderson's got 94 tackles coming into the game tonight to lead Wake this year. And here is Hampton again on a first down give. Kevin Pointer was the first Deacon there, big 91. Omarion Hampton's 36th career game. He's the 9th running back in Carolina history to go over 3,000 yards. He also had 61 career catches. Coming in. Second down. Goss has replaced him now. Here's Criswell. He'll take off to the right. Now throw. Caught. Back line. Touchdown, J.J. Jones. Jones cut that back line, Tom.
Certainly did. And that play was designed from a progression standpoint to go to the left. They've got 3 receivers to the left. Jacolby Criswell just doing a really nice job of navigating the pocket, getting out flush to his right, but keeping his eyes downfield.
Down is under further review.
So with 9:26 to go, Criswell, for the time being, has thrown 15 yards to J.J. Jones. But we are under review here.
I think there's going to be a couple of things they're going to look at. Number one, was he forced out of the back of the end line initially when he was trying to get away from the Wake defender, Jackson Mold, number 12, as you see in your screen right there? And did he get one foot and bound cleanly while maintaining possession of the football? Looks like he got both in.
Right.
It's not the ideal angle. Tremendous effort and focus. I can see why they're taking a look at this just to be sure. That might give us our best angle, but even there.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
I honestly thought Criswell was going to keep the football.
I did too, and he had plenty of real estate. He might have been able to make the goal line pylon with his legs, but savvy move to keep your eyes downfield. See J.J. Jones working the back end line.
6 plays, 75 yards, inside 3 minutes on the Carolina touchdown. And the extra point is good. Burnett got knocked around, and a flag has been thrown. I think this might be roughing the kicker. And Riley Johnson, I think, is coming over to ask Mac Brown how they want to assess this penalty. I'm sure Carolina's going to take the yardage on the kick.
Running into the kicker, defense number 30. Penalties decline. The extra point is good.
There we have it. So J.J. Jones, the touchdown catch for Carolina. It's his 5th touchdown catch, and we told you in the first half about his friendship with Tylee Kraft. And Tylee is never far from J.J. Jones. The catch, throws up the 1-3. Carolina in front of touchdown. We continue on a Saturday night at Kenan Stadium in a moment.
attention to this route right here for Jones. He's going to go here, and then as he turns the corner to work back to the quarterback, watch how close he is to running out of bounds on the back of the end line. The route's fantastic. As he turns around, he is tight roping that back end line. The back judge is there to see all of it, make sure his feet are in bounds, but we often call this a game of inches, and it certainly was there.
Yeah. 5th touchdown catch of the year for J.J. Jones. Jacolby Criswell has now run for one and thrown for one. And an end-over-end kick. And Claiborne will let that go. And we've got a developing story. Michael Kern is going to come back out here, but during the commercial time, we saw Bachmeier making some throws behind the weight bench area. We'll see what Dana can find out for us. Here come the Deeks.
Well, see if he can get loose, but also let's not forget, with Michael Kern, this offense went right down the field. Dana?
It's not a concern of his throwing arm for Bachmeier. It's the left side of his body. He was rotating his left arm in a circular motion, appeared to be in a little bit of pain, but he was getting reps in, warming up.
All right, and we get a look at Tate Carney, by the way, to start the possession. And Demon Claiborne is standing at the weight bench, buckled up, ready to go. Here's a look at Bachmeier during the commercial break a moment ago. So there's a couple throws to gauge for yourself. Carney trying to help Kern pick up a block. Now they make a throw. What a tough catch that is. Donovan Green in traffic. Marcus Allen, the corner at about 6'2", was all over Donovan Green, and Kern still found a way to feed it to him.
Wow.
Yeah. And now Carney trying to slash off the left side. Gets nothing on the play. Joshua Harris makes the play.
Take a look at this shot Michael Kern takes. Look at the defender coming off the edge for North Carolina. Just blows up Demon Claiborne. And Kern stands in there and delivers a shot over the middle. Wow.
Here's Kern again, trying to loop it downfield. Green trying to set his feet, I think, and continuing to run the route through traffic. Marcus Allen was there for Carolina. That ball sailed incomplete. So now all of a sudden 3rd and the full 10 for Wake Forest. I tell you what, to be cold off the bench, Michael Kern's been pretty good.
Yeah, he has been. Hasn't taken any risks with the football. He's hung in there.
Yep.
Big 3rd and 10 here.
Characteristics of a guy that's been around your program a while.
5th-year senior. Now you're backed up here. Make sure you're not risky with the football. You got to play field position if you don't convert this.
Carolina brings 4. Kern through a pick. Power Eccles. 10-5 touchdown Carolina. .42-yard interception return, and apparently the television title for Power Eccles as well. Extra point is good for Burnett. Prophetic words from my analyst here tonight.
Oh yeah, you can't be risky with the ball. There he is, he's lurking. They're trying to get the ball to 20, coming right behind here. That's where they want to go with it. But Michael Kern doesn't see Power Eccles kind of lurking underneath there. He thinks he's got the crossing route. Power Eccles, one of the best defensive players in the Atlantic Coast Conference, does the rest. As we just said, you're backed up, 3rd and 10. You got to play field position at the very worst here, and disaster strikes.
4th career interception in his 50th game for Power Eccles. And now all of a sudden, in a minute 21 seconds, Carolina has put 2 touchdowns on the board. One on the Criswell to Jones throw, and now an interception return by Power Echols. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Tar Heels. There'll be no return for Claiborne. Wake will start again from its 25-yard line. Quick reminder coming up after the ball game's over tonight. The ACC huddle, complete wrap-up of all the action. They'll have the high noon stuff from Pittsburgh, middays from Berkeley, South Bend, and Dallas, and also Emmett Kinney for the win at Palo Alto, where Stanford beat Louisville on a field goal on the final play of the game. We're closing shop down tonight, and Carolina's got a 2-touchdown lead, and Bachmeier's come back into the lineup. Oh no, it is Kern, 15, not Bachmeier, as Claiborne gets the carry. He'll pick up about 8 to the 33 before Antavius Lane. And you see Hank Bachmeier. Was he getting ready to go? It looked like he was pretty close there, Tom.
He's trying to sneak on.
Second down and 2, and Claiborne will sprint for the Wake first down to the 42 before Huzzy makes a stop.
Demon Claiborne, I don't think we can overstate his patience as he approaches the hole, because then he gets from 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye. Really impressed by this running. Both these running backs here tonight have been outstanding.
First down and 10 for Wake Forest. And Claiborne had a hard time getting his footing that time, with Cost coming down into the box.
Called his name quite a few times tonight.
Yeah.
Both within the box and out in space. I think that's one of the most improved things we've seen about this North Carolina defense since the Georgia Tech loss, is tackling and limiting explosive plays.
Second and long. And oh boy, that's going nowhere. My goodness. That is Travis Shaw. That is 330 pounds, Travis Shaw.
And that's how you blow up the slow mesh. When at the point of attack with your defensive tackle, they're trying to lead up into the A gap next to the center and the guard with the tight end, but it doesn't matter when Travis Shaw gets a hold of you.
Boy, that looks good on tape right there, doesn't it? What a move by Shaw. Now Kern to throw, and Claiborne, or no, Donovan Green cannot haul it in over the shoulder. Elijah Huzzy was there defensively for Carolina, but Kern gave Green every chance to make the play at the back end.
This is a fantastic throw from Michael Kern, and you got to give your guy a chance. Inexperienced quarterback, fifth-year senior, you're one of the best wide receivers on this football team. You got to make that catch. Get on the plus side of field position and a fresh set of downs. Instead, you're punting. Senior
Ivan Mora to punt it away. Second in the ACC in net, 8th in gross number. And Elijah Huzzy will signal for the fair catch, and Carolina will start from right around its 15-yard line. 45-yard punt by Mora. And the Tar Heels, who put 2 touchdowns on the board in less than 90 seconds. Power Echols, the latest score. 2-touchdown lead. Conversation involved with his litigation to try and keep playing as Carolina takes over at its 15 after the Deacons ran 5 plays and punted. The give is to Hampton, and boy, that's not going to happen. Deacons pursued that. Lovichin makes the play. There's Zach, the junior from Charlotte.
Yeah, Lovichin, defensive tackle, 94, does an outstanding job playing off of the backside hip of the left guard and just chasing the ball down on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That's the first time at the point of attack that North Carolina hasn't had their way with Wake Forest tonight in the run game.
Yep, loss of 3 on the play. That's McCollum in motion. Criswell, and oh, that ball got knocked around, loose, and I think the Deeks have fallen on this, and they have. B.J. Williams has recovered the ball. Looked like Criswell was trying to set up to pass here.
First down.
And the pass rush of Wake Forest, and Williams in particular, may have forced this turnover, Tom.
So what happens here, and it's very subtle, but the ball actually hits Omarion Hampton in the elbow. It's very, very subtle, but when you watch it play out, you got to pay close attention to the ball hitting Omarion Hampton in the elbow, which is what knocks it loose.
So Carolina a fumble. B.J. Williams the recovery. And look here, the Deacons are on the doorstep.
Sure are.
First and goal from the Carolina 7 now. Kern stays in the ball game at quarterback. A toss and Claiborne around the edge. He hit the pylon. Touchdown for the Deacons. Demon Claiborne turned the corner and gets his 10th touchdown of the year.
What a fantastic play design. You fake the jet sweep and then you speed option to the boundary side, and you get your best offensive weapon in a foot race with the best defensive player on North Carolina's squad, and that's Kamen Rucker, but that's a back versus a linebacker.
Each team's turned it over in the third quarter. The other has cashed in for a touchdown. And Dennis's point is good, and we're back to a touchdown difference in Chapel Hill with 5:14 to go. Man, what a 4 minutes and 12 seconds this has been. 3 touchdowns.
Well, let's look at what led to it. And you look at the high end zone here. Watch the right hand in the football of Jacolby Criswell. And when he cocks to throw and brings the ball back, it just subtly touches the elbow of Omarion Hampton. And then a really nice play design and play call as well for Demon Claiborne. And here we go. Wake Forest right back in it.
Yep. And all of a sudden they go back and forth again. Second rushing score of the night for Claiborne. 11 touchdowns on the year. You see 77 yards on 15 carries. Carolina only 11 turnovers lost this year. They were top 35 in FBS when the night started. High end over end kick. There'll be no return there from McCollum. And Carolina will scrimmage from its 25-yard line, and Criswell right back out there on an 11 of 15 passing night, Tom, for 115 and a touch.
Yeah, efficient. Kind of taking what the defense has given him, but it's been all Omarion Hampton and everything that comes off of the run game. But what they haven't been able to do is get some big shots vertically.
Right. First down, and Hampton tried to make a man miss, and that's Hazen again in behind the line. Certain formations tonight. Wake Forest has been the aggressor on the Omarion Hampton attack.
Well, they have here in this quarter, particularly on this last drive, and this drive right here, winning at the point of attack on the inside, what they struggled to do for the vast majority of this game up until now.
Loss of 1. Criswell from the pocket. Gonna gun it across the field, and that ball's incomplete for Paysor.
Criswell got to where he wanted to get to with the progression. He just doesn't have his feet set and follow through, and throws the ball into the ground on what should have been not only a completion, but likely a completion for the first down.
Tight end, 3 receivers here. This is 3rd and 11 for Carolina. They try to get it to Hampton, and the Deacons are right there. Nowhere, and the ball's out. I think Wake raked it out. Branson Combs, I think, the linebacker. And then Carolina fell on it. Quincy Bryant was also in the neighborhood. Dave Clawson loves the aggressiveness his defense has shown in this possession. And now following the Criswell fumble a moment ago, Wake's forced Carolina 3 and out.
And they are all over number 28. Trying to set up the screen here, North Carolina is. And number 9, it looks like Quincy Bryant for Wake Forest is the man that pulls that ball out.
So here's McGinnis to punt it away. Don't forget, now Taylor Morin is very dangerous. Morin will signal for and make the fair catch near the Deacons' 42-yard line with 3:42 to go. Just a 40-yard punt. I mean, Carolina had a working margin of 2 touchdowns, then the fumble.
Yep.
Claiborne the touchdown. Now Wake gets a 3 and out, and all of a sudden here is Michael Kern with a chance to tie the game again in quarter 3.
Yeah, and let's see if Jeff Collins, the defensive coordinator at North Carolina, can come up with some answers to try to get this Wake Forest offense back off schedule like they had them in the first 2 quarters of this football game.
First down, this is Claiborne, and he will pick up right about 5 on the play toward the 47. Javari Ritchie, the tackle for Carolina. And Big Nick Sharp, the right guard, was slow to his feet after the carry by Claiborne, and Tate Carney hustles in alongside Michael Kern as Claiborne comes out of the game. This is Kern throwing, and oh my goodness, reaching back to try and make the play was Horatio Fields, and instead Marcus Allen's got the pick for Carolina. How about this play? Second turnover in the quarter by the Deacons, 3rd in the ball game. Totally.
You look where this ball is placed, and if it's placed more to the inside, it's likely a catch to Horatio Fields. Instead, because of where the ball's located, it kind of bounces off Fields right into the waiting arms of Marcus Allen, number 29, the 6'1", 190-pound corner who, wow, making plays.
Jeff Collins with push-ups. After Marcus Allen's interception, that's his first of the year and the second of his career, and back to work they go with 28 in the blue. And the defensive coordinator of the Tar Heels is doing push-ups.
How many did he get in? I think you should have to do as many push-ups as the number jersey of the guy who intercepts it.
Okay, we'll share that with them and let them make the decision, but thanks.
So he owes us about 23 more.
We got to find out what the details are on Collins and the push-ups.
That's right.
Here's Criswell from the pocket, loops it across, underthrows Pesor. Might have gotten deflected at the line. So it'll now be 3rd down and 7 from the 40-yard line of Carolina. What a wild 3rd quarter this has turned into, Tom. 3 total turnovers, 2 by Wake, 1 by Carolina. Both teams have had touchdowns on the previous 2 turnovers. Carolina trying to extend it to a 3-for-3 scenario here, but they got to pick up a 3rd and 7. And tonight they're 4 for 10 on 3rd down.
And they're not 3rd and short.
No. Criswell stops, now back to his left. Is he going to run with it? He'll circle here to the near side and eventually tracked down at the 40-yard line by Aiden Hall. So after the interception, and inside 2 minutes we go. Here is McGinnis to punt it away. And McGinnis will punt it to Taylor Morin. And now we get a flag. Carolina might have moved. Let's check with Dana if we can.
Demon Claiborne on the sideline here.
To the snap. Ball start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Go ahead, Dana.
Demon Claiborne spent some time on the sideline with the athletic training staff. He got his right calf wrapped. It appeared to be a cramp, but he's not a type of player that's going to stay out of the game.
He seems pretty happy about it.
Yeah. About the calf being wrapped?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
Did you see his face?
Yeah, I did. Morin will signal for him, make the fair catch at the 25. Now, Dana, if I'm right, you were telling us earlier they were using like a heating pad on an arm. We got a marker here. Now he's got a calf wrapped.
He's been using heating pads on both of his quads.
Okay.
Part of me wants to ask them to borrow them. It's pretty cold down here.
Wow. Well, Demon Claiborne, like Omarion Hampton, we said at the top, 2 of the 5 best backs in the ACC.
And the patience and the burst of Claiborne really on display tonight. And listen, this North Carolina offense is stalled, and they continue to give opportunities to Wake Forest. That's why the Deacs are back in this ball game, but he's something special. I mean, you look at the backs across the board in this league, Wes.
Yeah.
Demon Claiborne at Wake, Omarion Hampton, North Carolina, Rashard Smith.
On the defense, number 6, lining up in front of the center. Penalties decline. Results of the play is a kick. First down.
All right.
Talking about the long snapper being covered up there by the punt return team for Wake Forest. But yeah, Rashard Smith at SMU. You got Damian Martinez and Mark Fletcher at Miami. Phil Maffa at Clemson. LaQuint Allen at Syracuse. Top to bottom in this league.
Isaac Brown, Louisville.
Isaac Brown at Louisville, the freshman. Just a really good group. Desmond Reed at Pitt's, another one.
Yeah. Talk about conference and quarterbacks. The running back corral not bad either. Off the 25, and this is Claiborne just forging ahead for 2 more. I'll go back to a point we had a couple weeks ago. We were talking about they're going to send us an all-ACC ballot for the running back spot.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fist fight at the voting booth.
It will, and I hope they put an all-purpose back in there.
Yeah, I mean, at least that.
Sure.
Right? Here is Kern now trying to fight upfield. And he will work his way right around the 30. Power Eccles, who had the pick 6 in this quarter. It's been a wild third. We had a grand total of 13 points scored in the first half. We've had a onslaught. It's 28 points combined, and that ball got batted back by Travis Shaw. Shaw's had a sack and now a pass deflection. By the way, Kern smartly just slapped that to the ground, because bad things can happen when you try and make plays there.
No doubt.
So the third quarter has just been, and there's kind of a statistical, but here's a basic look at the momentum swings. I mean, 5 plays that have just, for the moment, been the headliners of the game, despite nearly 200 yards for Omarion Hampton. Tonight he's sitting at 182 on 22 carries with 2 touchdowns.
You look at all those momentum shifts, but nobody's capitalized.
Morris punt. Elijah Huzzy gives ground and will signal for the fair catch right around the 22-yard line. 47-yard punt by Mora. Don't forget, we're headed to week 13 in the ACC. We got a full card for you starting at noon next Saturday. The Huskies in the orange from the JMA Wireless Dome. At 1:30 on ACCNX and ESPN Plus, Charleston Southern visits Florida State. At 3:30, George Sedano, Orlando Franklin, Morgan Uber. We're going to trust you with the big game. Stanford Cal from Berkeley. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll be under the lights on the West Campus in Durham for 2 teams off of bye. The Hokies of Brent Pry and the Blue Devils of Manny Diaz. Next Saturday night at 8 o'clock. And J.J. Jones off a slant out to about the 42-yard line. 20-yard throw on first down.
You split the back. Omarion Hampton out to the flat. Really draws the defense in his direction. Makes the throw underneath on the slant easy for Jacolby Criswell.
Yep. Now the pistol set for Criswell. And the give to Hampton. Boy, Wake is right there. And that will take us to the end of the third on the Quincy Bryant tackle. The cat right there. What do you mean? Why are you laughing at me, Luke?
Oh, I'm down with it.
That ball thrown to Hampton. Is that going to be a backwards pass?
He acted like it was.
And so is Dave Clausen, and that's the way it's going to be ruled, I believe. Jasheen Davis got a hand on this. So the backwards pass will make this third and very long back to the 24. Oh. I think the ball was going forward when Davis hit it, Tom?
I agree. I think it was going forward, and so was Omarion Hampton. Might want to take a look at this one.
And Carolina's up over the football for third and a zip code.
All right.
The whistle blows before the ball is snapped.
The previous play of a backwards pass is under further review.
There we go.
So Riley Johnson will come over for a look. We show you one here.
Look at Omarion Hampton as he's moving forward. That's the 35-yard line. He's about to step over it. And look at where the ball is heading right towards him.
Davis got the left hand up, kind of like the flyby.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, he hit it with his left hand.
Reaching back, kind of.
Yeah, reaching back towards it. Missed it the first time with his right hand. And then that gives the appearance and puts the ball back. I think this is going to be an incomplete pass.
The ruling on the field was a fumble.
After the review, the ruling on the field stands.
Okay.
All right.
So
for that to be the case, they didn't feel any of that video is indisputable.
Right. So at the 24, Carolina has 3rd and 28 here. Early in quarter-4 with a touchdown lead, and Criswell drops. Faked the little screen to Hampton, now back to his left side, and Criswell is tackled at the 30-yard line. That's a run of about 6, far short of the first down. I mean, he could have just taken the easy way out and dumped it to Hampton.
Yeah.
He gets tackled, we play on. Criswell then runs about 40 yards across the field, Tom, to get 6.
Get 6 and get winded.
Yeah.
Another punt, and we mentioned all the momentum shifts earlier with the interception and the touchdown by Wake as a result.
Right.
Fumble recovery, but nobody's been able to capitalize on it and carry it over.
Morin waits and will make the fair catch off the punt from McGinnis at the 35. Timeout on the field, almost 2 minutes gone, 4th quarter. Back after this. Doesn't feel like that was 20 years ago.
Familiar voice.
Yeah, 20 years ago in late October. Pretty good call, Woody. Here is Kern from the pocket as Wake Forest now trailing a touchdown, and the throw to the far side and the catch, and that is Micah Mays Jr., redshirt freshman. 13th catch of the year for Mays, who's been on a little bit of a tear here for Dave Clawson. Remember, Donovan Green injured. Mays is taking advantage of it. Deeks up there on the run, and here is Tate Carney. And he will get the first down. I shared this with you guys this week. The funny thing about Wake Carolina is my dad did Wake football in the 60s on radio.
Before coming over here.
Long before doing Carolina. Yeah. He did Wake football when Bill Tate coached him. The quarterback was John Makovic, and the running back was Brian Piccolo.
Wow.
Yeah. First down, here's Kern from the pocket. Shoots it over the head of Height, the tight end, incomplete. Boy, Desmond Evans was all in the mix, as was Javari Ritzy. You know whose name we haven't called much tonight is Bo Atkinson.
No, we haven't, and he hasn't been on the field as often either.
Yeah.
It's Kamen Rucker working the edges, Desmond Evans, and Michael Kern very fortunate to get that ball out just prior to getting hit from the blind side.
Yep. So here's 2nd down and 10 for Kern and the Deeks. Shoots it inside. What a tough catch this is. I think that's Mays again. Well, it's a good-looking redshirt freshman, Micah Mays. You go back and look at the NC State game, Tom, the Stanford game. Mays made some plays for the Deacs, and now Claiborne's coming the ball game on 3rd down here. Alexander in motion. They're going to hand the ball to Demon Claiborne, and he will be close and have the 1st down.
Nice little drive Wake Forest is putting together here. A little bit of everything, some pitch and catch.
Yep.
Had some pocket movement from Michael Kern 3 plays ago on the completion for 8 yards, and then get number 1 in the ball game. At least force this North Carolina defense have to defend Demon Claiborne wherever he may be.
Kern's hit half his passes for 70 yards. Has thrown the 2 picks. From the Carolina 44. Flag down. Here's Claiborne near side, and he got tripped up in space. Another flag there. Caleb Cost the tackle.
Again.
Yeah. What a night for Cost defensively. And Riley Johnson huddles with his center judge here.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the offense. Illegal formation. Offense with more than 4 players in the backfield. And penalties decline. Personal foul, face mask, offense number 18. That penalty is accepted. First down.
So
15 yards.
major penalty here on Wake Forest.
Yep, they don't have anybody on the line of scrimmage at the wide receiver position. If you look at the bottom of your screen right there, and then the face mask is going to be on stick lane right there. Oh, excuse me, no, that's Caleb Cost, number 21, who played that really well off the block. Micah Mays, 18, who we spoke highly about on this drive as a pass catcher, gets caught there with his hands up into the face mask.
And Cost still made the tackle.
Yep.
So off the 41 now, and here's Claiborne trying to fight for some yardage, and that's Desmond Evans. Tom, you evaluate these guys in high school, then you get to college, you see them in another light. Desmond Evans came out of high school as the guy.
Yeah.
And now, in his grad year out of Lee County High School in Sanford, it feels like he's starting to realize either the sun is setting on the college career, or I may have a chance to play at the next level if I can put some stuff down on tape. There's a throw to Height, the tight end, or Carney rather. No, it's Height, the tight end. Cam Height, another catch here in this ball game. And it'll be 3rd and long.
Wes, I think it's the latter. I think he's come into his own. It's taken him a while. He wasn't that burst on the scene, difference maker right away, had some struggles. And then when they decided to turn him loose, he got in the weight room, he got bigger, he got stronger. He's having a great year for Jeff Collins in this North Carolina defense, which means he's still got a high ceiling if he's just coming into his own now as Bo Atkinson comes onto the field in their pass rush package.
Yep, here they come. Ritzie, Atkinson, Eccles, Evans. Kern hit as he throws, and incomplete on a ball for Mays. And that was Evans that got to Kern, and Elijah Hussey that broke up the ball for Micah Mays.
Yeah, you see Atkinson 12 go to the outside. Desmond Evans comes underneath and makes great contact right as the ball's being delivered.
Wow.
Elijah Hussey moving to the outside. He was a safety a year ago, former player at East Tennessee State. It's been a real bright spot for Jeff Collins in this defense.
So the punt away from Ivan Mora over the rim of the stadium. He hit it so high. And a fair catch call for by Hussey right around the 9-yard line. 43-yard punt. Carolina a touchdown lead as we play on in quarter 4. Again on some playoff football here. This is Joshua Carter of the Fighting Tom Luganbills. Eastern Kentucky in overtime beats the Governors of Austin Peay. Now you may say,
look at Quaid, look at him over there.
45 right there in the white.
You see on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, how about Luganbill?
Yeah,
huh?
how about that? Colonel's winning 3 in a row. His son Quaid's long snapping, and
yeah,
man, they.
All right.
Yeah, there
Here he is.
Right there.
There it is.
Look at them. There he is.
Telestrate the mute.
The mute.
There's our guy.
Yeah, man, they've had 2 ranked wins against top 15 teams and a big one coming from behind today.
Carolina from its 4 and Omarion Hampton getting it cranked up. Tong makes the play from the secondary for Wake Forest. Well, we've shown your touchdown pass to Omar Cassidy. We've gotten Quaid in the game. We got a call of my dad's from 20 years ago, which might be his favorite moment. Our man Eric Fiddleman was the spotter that night for my dad, by the way. And we've got an injured Deacon on the play here after the 8-yard run by Omarion Hampton. So this may be Rashawn Tongue, I believe, who is the injured player.
Right there, number 6.
Yep. And as he went back, he just decides, maybe I'm not where I need to be. Oh. And he's able to make it off the field under his own power, which is always good to see. And now 2nd down and 2 after the run by Hampton went 8 yards and gives him 189 on 24 carries. He had 210 against North Carolina Central earlier this year, by the way. And Hampton will step for the first down to the 20. Aiden Hall the tackle as we go inside of 9 to play. Tom, here's the other aspect about this. Omarion Hampton's the kind of guy that with 8 minutes and change to go, he can end the night.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he can run the ball all the way down the field, and you're left 2 possessions and 2 minutes left.
He wants to eat. Feed him.
Yeah. Here's Criswell, wants to shoot it, does near side. Paysor the catch at the 25, and then slung back by Devon Patterson. So they'll put the ball, maybe 3-yard gain on the play to Kobe Paysor. Came in with 16 catches on the year, 7 of them in the last 3 games.
North Carolina slowing it down here.
Yep,
Taking
sure
their own sweet time. 2nd and 6. Got a bell cow in the backfield.
And straight ahead, here goes Hampton. Just driving to the 28-yard line. And the tackle made by Lovichin, the redshirt junior from Charlotte. Good-looking player on a 6'3" frame at 280.
He's had a really good night tonight, especially in this second half. He's made a lot of plays for this Deacs defense.
Yeah. The Villanova transfer, Bryce Gaines, had played well as of late. 14 tackles in the last 4 games. Really have not seen any impact from him tonight. Here's the toss, and Hampton near side. That'll push him over 200 yards. Branson Combs shoved him out of bounds, but another Carolina first down. They called that a pass? They did, I guess.
Yeah, he pitched it forward.
Wow. So Omarion Hampton gets a dozen to the 40-yard line. So he's still at 196. I take back all of what I said a moment ago about all the 200-yard stuff. Here's Criswell on first down. Deep shot, Paysor, and broken up. Kelly, the fifth-year senior, defending for Wake Forest on the play.
C.D. Kelly running stride for stride. Got Kobe Pesar's left arm kind of hooked to the inside. I'm a little surprised that it draws some more attention from either the back judge or the side judge down here.
And Mac Brown is one-on-one with the side judge.
Asking the same question I am.
Yep.
Nevertheless, a little surprised they tried to throw the football there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I love the shot, but I don't know if it's needed right there.
Here is Hampton banging away. That'll be 5, maybe 6 yards, and that'll put him over 200 on his 27th carry.
Look at C.D. Kelly, number 10, with his right arm. He's going to hook the left arm of Kobe Pesar. Doesn't allow him to get up and make a play with both hands on that football. And that's why Mac Brown, that's twice. That's 2 no calls on a pass interference on his sideline tonight. So his memory's not going away anytime soon.
3rd down and 3. Hampton's got 200+ time for the 3rd time in his career tonight. And Criswell going to slide it here to the near side, and Jones could not make the catch cleanly. So guess what? 4th down. 5:47 to play, and it looks like Carolina's going to punt.
Stop the clock. Had he caught it, might have been able to convert, would have been out of bounds. It would have been close. Now you got to rely on your defense. Hope to flip field position here if you're North Carolina.
Right.
Force Wake Forest to have to do the hard work and go the entire length of the field.
McGinnis now. Remember how dangerous Taylor Morin is. He stands at the 10. And McGinnis going to flip this over. And Morin will take the fair catch right outside the 15-yard line. 24-17, Carolina. 4th quarter rolls after this.
There's never been a...
So worst field position of the night for Wake Forest, trailing a score. And you see Michael Kern. Hank Bachmeier was injured on the first snap of the 2nd half. Michael Kern came in, took the Deacons down the field, a Demon Claiborne touchdown run, and he has stayed in the ballgame. And now Claiborne on 1st down will get 5 to the 20. Both schools have all 3 timeouts remaining. It's a touchdown difference. Claiborne is closing in on 100 yards on his 20th carry of the night. Kern thought about the crossing route. Now in trouble. Cut it loose. Ball's loose. And now it looks like Carolina has come up with the 3rd Wake turnover of the half. Josh Harris knocked the ball loose from Kern. And the scrum ensues at the 17. And Carolina does have it.
See if the ball is out.
Recovered by North Carolina.
Is the ball out prior to the arm coming forward?
Our T-Row Price dynamic play of the game. Travis Shaw, the recovery in the belt on the knockout and 3rd turnover of the half by Wake Forest.
Yeah, Travis Shaw almost intercepts this football, and the wall's closing in, and that ferocious pass rush for North Carolina, which knocked 17 sacks versus Virginia and Florida State, finishing out this game defensively for Carolina.
Time and a half for the official too, and here is Omarion Hampton from the 18. He'll pick up 3 to the 15. Evan Slocum makes the tackle. 3rd turnover of the half for Wake Forest. And Travis Shaw, how about you?
Got a big day.
Yeah, yes, played well.
Really big day.
There you see the Omarion Hampton numbers. We were here a year ago for the 234 against Appalachia. 210 against North Carolina Central earlier this season, and now he's hanging 219 on his shingle tonight at the office, and may have a few more left. Second down. Hampton banging away. Boy, Patterson, what a collision that was at the 11. Carolina's going to have 3rd and 3 here.
It took 2.
Yeah, and
I don't know who the hammer and the nail was.
the full target too,
Yeah.
right? I mean, 2 guys. Patterson, look, was that Slocum with him, I think?
Yep. Neither one of them were blocked. Now another big 3rd down.
And Tom, like Dana said, he's not a man of many words, and he looks like he's on about his 3rd carry of the night when he's standing there.
Well, he never wants to come out of the game. That's what the coaches love about him. He'd stay in the game the entire night if you let him.
30 carries, 222 for Hampton. Toss, he'll hit the cutback here. Look at this drive. Just hammering away. It'll be 1st and goal at the 4. Man. Now he had some help here after a few yards. Howard Sampson. You see Sampson peel the block. Now watch 79 come back and help with the push.
Well, and so does 58, Austin Blasky,
Yeah.
who originally pulled after he snapped the ball as the lead blocker. And Omarion Hampton got out in front of him. That's a team effort right there from North Carolina up front.
229. Of course, the 234 is his standard from a year ago against the Mountaineers. And procedure on Carolina with under 3 to go.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 5, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Tom, Carolina came into the ball game even takeaway giveaway.
Yeah.
Wake Forest was -3. Tar Heels are +2 tonight.
Winning football.
Yeah. And so Carolina letting the clock wind down here.
You could hear Mac Brown. Will the clock start?
Yeah.
Making sure they can take their own sweet time here.
Criswell, toss to Hampton, right side. Trying to find a crease, and he'll get to the 6. It'll be 2nd and goal there with 2.5 to go, and Carolina can take this all the way down to the 2-minute timeout if they like. But I think Wake Forest
30-second timeout. Wake
has
Forest,
burned the timeout.
first of the half.
They
Game
sure
clock
have.
operator, let's put 2:31 on the game clock.
So
Thank
Dave
you.
Clawson, figuring there's going to be something here, he'll have to defend on these last 2 snaps. And he's going to try and see if he can manage the back end of this. And there's Hank Bachmeier. Now Michael Kern, since that first snap of the half when Bachmeier was injured, has been the guy. Bachmeier has gone through this routine 3-4 different times tonight. Well, and the 25-year-old quarterback of the Deacons, first play of the 2nd half, right up the middle, shaken up, went to the medical tent, and we have seen this process play out 2 or 3 times.
He's been politicking ever since he got out of that tent. You know, when the medical staff is hesitant, the #1 thing is, can you get injured worse?
Yeah.
And they're not going to allow that to happen.
So the Deacon defense is on point here now, though. Already trailing a touchdown. Carolina 2nd and goal. Here's Hampton, hurdled a man, driving and scores. Wow. Wow. First touchdown of the night for Omarion Hampton. 14th of the year, Lukes.
Well, usually the lowest man wins, and that lowest man is 45, Nick Anderson, when he hits him right in the chest, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, there wasn't a knockback. There wasn't anything to get him off balance. He landed on both feet and just kept charging forward. Wow.
6-yard run for Hampton. point after is good for Burnett. A new career high now for Omarion Hampton. 33 carries, 238 yards, and a touchdown.
When we came on air, we talked about the difference in this football team at North Carolina, and really for the previous 7 to 8 years being a quarterback-centric team, and this is now a running back-centric team. Take another look there at Omarion Hampton.
Luke's 50 years ago, this place started a reputation under the late Bill Dooley as tailback U, right? It was Southern California and North Carolina. It was Don McCauley in the early 70s. It then became James Betterson. Mike Voigt was a 2-time ACC Player of the Year at tailback in the 1970s. In the 80s, it went to Amos Lawrence, Kelvin Bryant, guys we talked about earlier. In the 90s, it was Leon Johnson. It was Curtis Johnson. And then it was Natron Means, right? Guys like that. I mean, Carolina was a running football program. Mack Brown, and you said this earlier this week, their playing personality on the offensive side with Jacolby Criswell, and now the defense doing what it is. And here, by the way, this is Carolina history now. Michael Carter, of course, he's still running at Miami a few years ago.
Right.
Leon Johnson was sensational. Mike Voigt, nearly 4,000 yards. Amos Lawrence became the second player in NCAA history to run for 1,000 yards in each of his 4 seasons. He and Stanford's Darren Nelson, hashtag ACC legend, was the other guy to do it.
This guy doesn't get tired.
No. He's got 36 rushing scores as well, which is 4th all-time at Carolina. And he's now 10th in FBS with 14 rushing touchdowns.
Ball start. Offense. Number 5. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And the final note on this, from a Hampton perspective, Ashton Jeanty is unbelievable and deserves to be in New York.
No question.
But you don't have to go very far down the list before you hit Omarion Hampton.
No. Both of them are going to have fantastic careers.
Yep.
For a long, long time. And one of the big reasons for that with both of them is because they're durable.
Here's the throw from Kern. That's Donovan Green to catch. He's helped out of bounds by Marcus Allen.
Desmond Evans once again in the backfield all over Michael Kern.
So Carolina has at Boston College and then NC State here to close the regular season. A win tonight would make them bowl eligible. Wake Forest is at Miami. Wow, what a collision with Stick Lane and Donovan Green. And now the whistle blew as Green is taken down. And things starting to boil up a little bit here.
Let's play nice in the sandbox, boys.
It's Power Eccles and 2 or 3 other guys involved. That'll get us to the 2-minute timeout. Riley Johnson's group probably glad to have that to cool things down. Here's Green and Marcus Allen battling. So are the Deeks and Heels. Now with 1:58 to go out of the 2-minute timeout, Kern and the Deeks trailing 2 scores. That's Green on the edge and out of bounds on the Trey Miller tackle. So Wake will have a first down at the 37. Deacons will have a road trip to South Florida next Saturday to see Miami off a bye. Tom, it felt like half the league was on a bye.
No kidding. And we keep getting teams that are coming off of a bye.
Next Saturday,
right?
Get ready. We got 2 teams coming off a bye.
Yeah.
Extra prep this week for you.
Yeah.
Extra tape. Here's Kern. Another one. That's to the far side. Horatio Fields the catch. And shoved out of bounds. That'll be another Wake Forest first down with Elijah Huzzy defending. Yeah, we'll see Virginia Tech, Brent Pry's club against Duke next Saturday night. Should be a ball game. Looking forward to seeing the Hokies for the first time. We've seen the Blue Devils a couple times.
Yeah. See how healthy Virginia Tech is after this bye week.
No question.
Important week for Brent Pry.
Yeah, tugboat tooting, maybe back up to full speed. Kyron Drones. There's a down the seam throw. First big play of the night for Taylor Morin. And Tavius Lane, Stick Lane, makes the stop, but right outside the 10-yard line, they go to Morin, who came into the ball game with 48 catches, leading the Deacons.
Have a throw, kid.
Yeah.
Wow. Puts them in position, see what they can do with it.
It's a 40-yard throw. Here's Kern looking toward the near side. Green was the intended receiver. Marcus Allen was there in coverage for Carolina. Let's go back to the Kern to Taylor Morin catch of 40 yards.
Drops this right over Caleb Koss, 21 right there. Couldn't have been thrown any better. Stick Lane comes over to try and tap it out. That's the best throw of the night for a Wake Forest quarterback.
Yeah.
Now if you can pop this ball in here quickly, got some options.
Finally get a big play out of Morin on his third catch of the night. Now moves him into second place all time on Wake's receiving yardage list. Here's Kern. Looks back toward the end zone, overthrows Fields. So it'll be third down with almost 90 seconds to go. Des Evans was putting pressure on Michael Kern. Wake Forest with 3 road wins this year. They're 3-0 on the road, 2-0 on the road in the ACC. They'll need this and a little magic dust to try and get this one. There's a catch, and Fields is knocked out at the 1 by Huzzy. It'll be first and goal there with 1:25 to go.
This is a fantastic throw and catch, but what a tackle. Look at Elijah Huzzy on the perimeter there. This is on the 1-yard line. He's just got to fall into the end zone. That could prove to be a big play here.
Yep. Tell you what, when they lost Huzzy for the last third of the regular season a year ago, that was a big loss for Carolina. Here's Kern, quick throw again, and broken up in the end zone by Allen. And this might be pass interference on Donovan Green.
Right.
It is offensive pass interference on Donovan Green.
Now that magnifies the previous play even more.
Pass interference, offense, number 11, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Donovan Green and Marcus Allen. And Marcus Allen's had a great night tonight. They get tangled up, and you can see Green pull down the arm of Marcus Allen. See his right arm there. Good positioning by Marcus Allen to turn around and find the football. But again, going back to the previous play, Wes.
Right.
If Elijah Huzzy doesn't make that tackle on the 1-yard line, we're having a different conversation right now. Talking about an onside kick.
So first and goal back at the 16. Kern loops again for the end zone. Moore in the catch. Touchdown Wake Forest. Another good throw and catch combination for the Deacs.
Spectacular throw. Didn't know if I'd see a better one than the previous one that got him in scoring position. Taylor Morin taps the feet down, right? Oh, nice job. Nice job. Well done. Well thrown football. Woo! Taylor Morin giving this Wake football team a chance.
9 plays, 75 yards, 71 seconds off the clock. And the kick is good, and so settle in with 75 seconds to go. Wake Forest has 2 timeouts left. So the math tells me this will be Dave Clawson in the onside kick.
Well, let's see if the kicking game for Wake Forest can come alive here and create a play. Remember, a week ago, really let them down. Gave up 14 points on special teams in a game versus Cal, in a game they were in at the end to try to win. Dave Clawson needs his onside kick unit to make a play here.
So Matthew
Number 7
Dennis,
is now number 42
the
for
kicker from
North
Charlotte,
Carolina.
will set it up. Carolina's got all the hands folks out. Don't know what Matthew Dennis is on the injury list, but he's playing with a pretty good sized bandage on his right hand. So here is Dennis now. And he's going to serve it off a Carolina player, and it bounces around. And let's see who finally is declared the winner on this. Will Hardy says Carolina has it, and they do. Wow. I like the idea from the Deeks, though, Tom.
First of all, it's an exceptional execution of the onside kick by Matthew Dennis, 99, with the intention of hitting the North Carolina player, but the ball never comes off the ground. The ball skims the ground, hits Elijah Huzzy, almost bounces into the hands of John Copenhaver. And somewhere in the bottom of that pile, a North Carolina Tar Heel makes a play.
Yeah. Look at that. Boy, Jasheen Davis is right there. But instead, Carolina gets it. Wake's got 2 timeouts left.
Matthew Dennis gave him a shot.
And they're going to hand the ball to Omarion Hampton. And he will pick up 2-3 yards. Dave Clawson takes a timeout. 1:08 to go. Well, it's career night for Omarion Hampton. Now 241 yards on 34 carries.
Well, he has been as advertised in every facet. They've done a little bit of everything with him. Thrown the ball to him out of the backfield. He's had a really nice inside presence in their power run game, bouncing off would-be tacklers, and then he's been able to bounce the ball to the outside, get into some foot races, and make some plays. I think the thing you've got to appreciate is, given his size, how nimble, how balanced, and how light on his feet he is, because he kind of gives the impression that he's gliding, right?
Yep.
But then next thing you know, don't get in his way. He'll lower that boom.
34 carries, 241 tonight for Hampton. And I'm going to surmise that he will be at the top of Bill O'Brien's scouting report next Saturday at Chestnut Hill.
Oh, yes, he will.
My heavens. The Eagles, who lost today in Dallas 38-28 and put up a whale of an effort, Tom.
They did. They did. Big bullseye in SMU right now.
Yep.
Everybody wants a piece.
Second down give. Here is Omarion Hampton. He'll get to the 35. There's a flag thrown in on this from deep behind the play. Face mask, I think, is going to be the call. Anderson and Mull were there for Wake Forest.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 15. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So there's the 15-yard penalty. So let's look ahead. According to our ESPN draft analyst Matt Miller, here's who he likes at the top 3 in the running back spot. No argument from me on these guys, Luke.
No, it's good company. And to be honest with you, all 3 of them have a lot of similar traits. And they're load carriers.
Ashton Genty, by the way, 159 yards today for the Broncos. Ohio State beat Northwestern. Quinshaw Judkins had at least a touchdown.
30-second
But nobody's had the night of Omarion Hampton.
Third and 5
35 carries, 244 yards, and a touchdown. And did Wake take their last time out there? They did.
I thought they took their last time out on the play before.
No, they had 2 left.
Right.
So they're out now for sure. It's only 30 seconds, though,
Yeah.
folks. We're good. So we told you Carolina's off to Boston, and then the Wolfpack, another team on a bye, will come to Chapel Hill for what has become a traditional regular season finale. State Carolina. And the Wolfpack, after the loss to Duke last Saturday, Tom, they'll be looking for bowl eligibility.
Everybody's scrapping and scraping
Yep.
that time of year. especially when you have competitive balance top to bottom.
No question. And the knee from Criswell gets the clock rolling with under a minute to go. Carolina will have to snap it one more time to end the night. Tar Heels are going to win 3 straight. Remember, they lost to Georgia Tech on the run by Jamal Haynes in the final minute. They had a bye week. Tylee Kraft passed away that day. They came back, Tom. They went to Virginia.
Yep.
Got after the Cavaliers. Then they went to Florida State. Then had another bye week.
Yeah.
And there was some question. Could they maintain the momentum? Now, it wasn't perfect tonight, but Omarion Hampton was close to perfect, wasn't he?
He absolutely was. He did everything they needed him to do to maintain control of the game throughout the entirety of the game.
Yep. Dave Clawson and Mac Brown a handshake. The Deacons fall to 4-6. They are now 2-4 in the ACC. Carolina goes to 6-4. They are 3-3 in the ACC, with the game in Boston and the regular season finale here against NC State remaining on their schedule. Omarion